Hi folks, welcome back to our channel. I know it's been a while. My name is Jana Adams, and with me I have
Bryn Diaz.
And we are Happy Hour Haulers. So we are full-time, I'm a full-time mortgage underwriting manager, and Bryn
Is a full-time operations manager in the food manufacturing industry.
and we are also part-time resellers. And we thought that we would bring a little different video than what we have normally been doing and talk a little bit about Whatnot. So I know that it's a little bit of a controversial topic. Whatnot is a new platform for resellers where it's live auctions. So I think that it started with baseball cards and Pokemon cards and trading cards and that type of thing. Funko Pops were a big one on there, and like toys, new in box like collector toys. And it has quickly evolved to a platform that also has shoes, handbags, lots of clothing, vintage clothing, sneakers for like hardcore sneakerheads, single stitch categories for true vintage t-shirts, all different kinds of things. So where we've been a little busy. So thank you for being patient with us. I know that we have not been putting out videos as consistently, and we do apologize for that. We have been, well, first off, we have a new puppy. If you haven't seen our last video, go check that out. We have a new puppy, and he is definitely keeping our house lively. That makes dog number 4. 2 of our older dogs are having some medical issues. I don't know if you guys are aware, but our little Rowdy last year had cancer and she had to have her tail removed. And they did a pretty invasive surgery and everything was great. In May, she went back for, her ridiculously expensive senior wellness exam where they did everything under the sun. Everything was fantastic. What a relief. And 2 months ago, she started having issues again. And so her cancer is back, unfortunately. It is inoperable. She does have a tumor that's somewhere inside of her, below her heart, and because of its location, even if we were to take her to a specialist, our vet said that they would not be able to operate. It's just too risky. So we are doing the best that we can. She's on prednisone and gabapentin and Benadryl to try to keep the tumor as small as possible for as long as possible. But she's not doing so hot. So please, say some prayers, keep her in your thoughts, keep us in your thoughts on that as we deal with some medical issues, along with, of course, this just is a recent occurrence as of about 2 weeks ago. And we got a puppy about 4 weeks ago.
Yeah, bad timing.
So, yeah.
Bad timing on our part. Bad timing.
So yeah, and then Bryn had to take a trip up to upstate New York to go see family. She's also had some work trips. There's Frankie.
Hey, Frank.
Frankie's always the star. Let me see if I can get him up here to say hi.
We have some yogurt biscuits that he really likes.
This?
He's tried these.
Made a doggy appearance in a long
yogurt biscuits.
There he is, guys.
Months ago, and he couldn't stand them.
So
today we tried them, and he's obsessed with them.
He's been on a diet.
Yes,
he has lost. By the way,
yes.
Last time that I think that we talked about him, he was on a diet, and he's lost 7 pounds.
He's lost 7 pounds.
So that's great. Mm-hmm. And he's, I think, only like 2 away from his goal weight.
Last time he was there, he was 1.5 pounds away from his goal weight. So he's doing really, really, really well. We're proud of him. He looks fantastic. So we're going to try to get him down
over here
to about 65 pounds. The goal was 70, and I think we can get him to 65. So not the way he's eating these bones, but that's all right.
You wouldn't guess it. Although I guess that means that, he's a little hungry. So anyway, today's video is going to be a little bit of story time, a little bit of catching up because I know that it has been a while, and then kind of diving a little bit into Whatnot and what our thoughts are on it, how our experience has been, and explaining why that is kind of where we have been. Bryn has also had to do some traveling for work to Mechanicsburg, Pennsylvania. So yeah, it's just been kind of crazy. My day job is, crazy as ever. So it's kind of the new normal.
Duffer's hungry.
Whatnot is a new platform in the clothing, fashion, handbag. They do a lot of luxury. They have really expanded their luxury handbag and small leather goods category, and that's kind of exciting to see. And with that is also bringing in some mid-tier handbags sales or channels, and that's kind of where we have been following. We have definitely enjoyed some luxury goods and luxury purchases, but we are kind of getting into our groove of finding channels that are doing clothing, shoes, but also the mid-tier handbags, the Coach, Dooney and Burke, Michael Kors, that type of thing. And we have actually started to dabble in selling as well. So it's been super fun, but we have learned a lot along the way, and we want to share a little bit about our journey in case you are new to the platform, whether it's as a buyer or a seller, and kind of give you the tips and tricks that we have learned from spending an infinite amount of time, far too much time on the platform sourcing, and why we're kind of devoted to it for the time being. And I think that that's an important distinction right now. I do think that because it is so new in those categories, and think of like the traditional Poshmark categories, Whatnot is live auctions for those types of things. And so right now it seems like there's a whole lot of resellers that are sourcing on Whatnot as an opportunity, and also a whole lot of resellers that are selling on Whatnot because they have these massive death piles, and it's a great way to move inventory, which is what we also signed up for, so that we can move some items out of the house. And unfortunately, we're also sourcing, so they're coming in as fast as they're going out. But, hopefully that changes soon. So I do think that it is kind of a golden opportunity if you are looking to source, if you have trouble sourcing, especially with what is going on with Goodwill right now and the crazy prices that Goodwill has started to charge, and the fact that they're pulling a lot of the good stuff to list it online on the shopgoodwill.com. A lot of the handbags that we used to find at thrift stores and at the bins they're getting pulled, and they're being sold online to highest bidder type thing. And so that really is kind of limiting our opportunity to find those great deals. And so I think that, tell them about your experience at Goodwill recently.
Oh my goodness. I went to the Goodwill in Asheboro, North Carolina, and I was completely astonished at the prices that they were charging on Ralph Lauren polo shirts. I sent Jana a picture, and I sent her a picture of a coat. The coat was $59, and the polo shirt was $39.
No, the coat was $99.
I'm sorry, the coat was $99, and the polo was $49. What in the world? Now, these were new with...
Weren't shorts like $15?
Yes.
Like $15 at Goodwill. That's the price that you pay at like TJ Maxx and Marshall's.
And yeah, in August. I mean September.
I mean, they were new with tags, but still.
But still.
It was crazy.
And their
beat up Coach wristlet.
What was that? How much was that? I told you what that was.
$15.
Beat up Coach wristlet. Gold, metallic, holes, pulls in the fabric. I couldn't even believe it. Then I did look at the shoes. And the shoes, they had a pair of they were Lands and boots, and they were $79. They were filthy. They were disgusting. So I'm flabbergasted at what the Goodwill is doing right now. And there were other shoppers in the Asheboro Goodwill that were just as shocked as I was. They were obviously resellers, and they were there. It seemed like it might have been their first or second time there in a while, as I was in the same boat. But I just wanted to let you know, check out your local Goodwill and let us know.
Yeah.
Let us know if they're doing the same thing.
What you guys are experiencing.
Because this is a small town Goodwill. I mean, it's Asheboro, North Carolina, super small town. You would think that would not be the case here, possibly in Greensboro or Raleigh, but not in Asheboro.
And I will say that we don't exactly have our finger on the pulse with the Goodwill and the thrift stores, because we shop primarily at the bins, or other options, auctions or whatnot, or online or Poshmark. We will source other places, but typically we don't drive to thrift stores because we have just not had much success at it. So maybe we're just a little out of touch, and maybe that has been going on for longer than what we think. But I do know that it has been the rumbling in the reseller community that the prices are just out of whack, and that the Goodwills are charging basically what resellers list things for or try to get for things. And so they're trying to kind of take us out. So, I mean, I can't blame them. The problem is that most people that are going to Goodwill don't have that type of money to spend, or they're resellers, and there's no meat on the bone. There's no profit to be had. And so why are we going to pick the item up for what we can resell it for, only to have to clean it, list it, comp it out, store it, ship it, spend the money on supplies, and then have, the platform take their cut. So it just doesn't really make sense at that pricing. So just something that we have noticed. So anyway, getting back to Whatnot, we do want to kind of dive into that a little bit and talk to you guys about what our experience is, both from the buying side, which we have been significant buyers, as well as from the selling side, which we have had 2 auctions. They've been great, and some of you have been there for them, and we really, really appreciate it. Michelle and Nancy and Marilyn and Lindsay, Susie, I'm sure that you guys know these channels, but Shady NY, Susie with Dragonfly Bees, Lindsay Clark, some friends have come out to support us, and that means the absolute world to us. So thank you, thank you, thank you. And for our subscribers, seriously, thank you. So 2-part series, well, I guess 3-part, because this is the intro. We're going to talk a little bit more about buyers and sellers. And I apologize if we're kind of all over the place. This is not our normal format for videos. And so I think that we're both, or at least I know that I am. It's just a little weird to just have a conversation.
Yeah, I am too.
But it's a big story time, and we just want to share our experiences with you guys. So thank you, thank you, thank you for watching this video. And please check back. We're going to do, our next one is going to be Whatnot for buyers, and the following is going to be Whatnot for sellers. And we would love to share what we have learned, what we think seems to work from watching both big channels and small channels, and both from the buying side and from the selling side. So we will talk to you guys later on. Stay tuned for those videos, and thank you so much for coming back. Please hit the bell notification as well as the subscribe button. If the subscribe button is red, go ahead and hit it and turn it gray. And thank you so much for tuning in, guys. We'll see you on the next video.
Thank you so much. We really appreciate all of you. Just want to let you know we will have an Whatnot auction next Saturday. Just wanted to let you know in case we forget our next 2 videos. We have a tendency to forget those.
Next Saturday. It's already scheduled. So please, if you are on Whatnot, please go bookmark it. We don't have any items in there yet, but we are hoping to not wait until Saturday morning to load those like we have been the last couple of auctions.
We have Monday and Tuesday are scheduled on our Outlook calendars for Whatnot preparation. All right, guys, thank you so much. We appreciate it. We'll talk to you soon.
Thank you.
Thank you. Love, HHH.